everyone, happy Wednesday and welcome to my YouTube channel Beer and Watches. Now on today's episode we're reviewing a huge double XL watch. It is the Tauchmeister T0149. Question is A, is it any good? And B, why is it so gosh darn big? All this and more is coming up in today's episode. Now time's a ticking, so let's get stuck in. Hi everyone, Matt Johnson here and welcome to my YouTube channel Beer and Watches, where I bring you watch news, watch reviews, and I always mix it with craft beer brews every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Now if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I am actually a professional magician turned watch reviewer. Hey, you want to see a trick? Check this out. I'll show you a card trick. Ready? Watch, watch, watch. Haha, see what I did there? So you see, there's always something cool and unexpected on my channel. Whether I'm reviewing microbrand watches, affordable watches, drinking craft beers, or doing a little bit of magic, you never know. So if all that sounds fun to you, then make sure you go ahead and subscribe. You can do that by clicking on the subscribe link down there to the bottom right of the screen or below this video if you're on your mobile device. Anyway, all that business stuff out of the way, let's get into reviewing this watch from Tauchmeister. It is a behemoth. Now, Tauchmeister is located in Germany and they specialize in large, extra large, and extra large watches.
Cha-ching!
They assemble all their watches in Germany from Asian and Swiss parts. Now, before we swing this camera around and get into the full in-depth review of this dinner plate looking watch, we are gonna crack a beer. Technically not really a craft beer, although the brewery, founded in 1867, is still independently owned. And in fact, it is Canada's oldest independent brewery. This is one of my favorites. It's cheap as chips. It's the Moosehead Lager. It's the beer out here. Wait, I think that's a different beer's tagline, right? It's 5% alcohol volume, no nonsense, fresh, crisp lager. If you want to check out this brewery, you can go to this website right here. I'll also put that link in the description below this video. Cheers to making it halfway through the week, guys. Whoa! Cheers.
Oh.
That is so good. Let's swing this camera around and let's get into the review of this bad boy. Alrighty everybody, here it is, the Tauchmeister 1937 T0149. What a heck of a dive watch. It is absolutely enormous. What drew me to this watch in particular was, first of all, this cool crown cap here. I just think that's really neat with the chain. It's also got 20 bars or 200 meters of actual dive water resistance, fully screw down sealed case back, sealed crown cap here. I thought it looked pretty cool. What I didn't realize was just how big this watch is. Now, if you are looking for Tauchmeister watches, they have some great watches in their line, not all as big as this double XL. Basically, Tauchmeister you spell like this, and they technically don't have a website. You can go to any website like Amazon, eBay, and you can pick up one of these watches. Now, I actually picked this up on eBay. Tauchmeister watches run for a couple of $100, $150 up to about $300, something like that. This one is about $200 on many websites, but I found it on eBay advertised for $100. I actually made an offer of $80 and the offer was accepted. Absolutely brand spanking new. As you can see there from the red second hand, it is a quartz. You can tell that because it's ticking and not sweeping. I'm not sure if it's a Japanese movement or a Swiss Ronda movement. We're going to be taking the back off this in a second and finding out. I do know that Tauchmeister use both Asian movements and Swiss movements in their watches. We'll dig into that a little deeper in a few minutes. First of all, we have got a huge dial on this. As you can see, we've got a dive helmet just below the 12 o'clock position and it says Tauchmeister 1937 below that. Above the 6 o'clock position, we've got water resistant and 200 meters, 20 ATMs. The rest of the dial, well, we have a minute and second track all the way around the outside of the dial. These are printed on the face, but this is a loomed dial, so there isn't loom on the hands or the hour markers. The entire face on this actually is illuminated. So let's take that into the darkroom right now and take a look at the loom. Okay everyone, so there is the loom on the Tauchmeister 1937. As you can see, we don't actually have loom on the hands or on the hour markers. We actually have it on the dial, a full loomed dial. Also, there's a little bit of loom on the second hand pit there as well, although technically I'm not sure why they've put that there. But anyways, as you can see, the loom dial has got kind of a grainy, mottled finish to it, and it is getting darker just in the 30 seconds that I'm recording this loom shot here, so not sure how long that loom's going to last. The case is a 316L stainless steel. It is a brushed stainless steel all around the case, on the lugs, on the bezel. We've got a domed crystal there. It is not sapphire crystal, it is mineral crystal, and as you can see, very, very large. Now the crown for this is at the 10 o'clock position, and this does seem to be kind of a cool statement by Tauchmeister. They have the single crowns at 10, they also have double crowns this size, triple. I mean, they've got some huge, big monster looking watches. This is a crown cap. Kind of looks like a grenade, doesn't it? And underneath is the crown. And this is a very, very no nonsense industrial looking crown. You pull it out one time here, and actually if I can get a hold of that and pull that out one time, and you turn clockwise, and that's going to change the date. The date window is nice and big, as you would expect on a watch that is huge. You pull it out again here, and that's going to change the time. Little washy on the crown. I mean, I can turn that a little bit before it actually engages the hands. It works, but a little wishy-washy. As you can see, the second hand stops when the crown's pulled all the way out. That means that it's hackable, which means it allows for more precise time setting. And then we screw the crown cap back on, making a seal, and that is now watertight. Kind of cool, unusual feature. Now let's take this off the stand here and take a look at some of the measurements on this watch. The actual case diameter on this is 52 millimeters. It is a big boy. The lug to lug on this, again, huge. It is 60 millimeter lug to lug, kind of looking like an Invicta, isn't it? As for the case thickness with that domed crystal, we're looking at 16.5 millimeters. The bandwidth on this is a modest 23 millimeter bandwidth. Bit of an unusual size, 23 millimeters. Now the strap on this is a very nice strap actually, genuine leather, Icht Leder. I think that means genuine leather in German. And then we have the Tauchmeister 1937. We've got a couple of keepers, one sewn in place, one movable. It is very soft. It's got white stitching. We've got a tang buckle. It's not signed. I would say you're going to go from, well, that thing's huge, probably a 9-inch or 9.5-inch wrist, all the way down to a modest smaller wrist. Although on a small wrist, this would look absolutely ginormous. Turning this over, let's take a look at the case back. As you can see, it is a screw down case back. This is a dive watch with 200 meters of water resistance. We have the Tauchmeister dive helmet in the middle there, 1937, water resistant, made in Germany. There's the model number, T0149, all stainless steel and 200 meters. Now we're going to take the back off this and we're going to take a look and see what movement we've got inside. We're going to see if it's a Japanese movement, a Chinese movement, or if it's a Swiss Ronda movement. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it is a Swiss Ronda. Okay, I've got my case back opening tool here, and this comes from my watch repair kit, which has got all the tools and everything you could ever need to take case backs off, do battery changes, change straps, all that cool stuff. So I'll put a link in the description below this video to where you can get the exact toolkit that I have on Amazon. I think they're about $20. They're cheap as chips, but they're really, really cool. All the tools like this are solid stainless steel, so very useful to have. There we go. We'll turn that, and that's going to take the case back off there. We'll unscrew the case back, and let's take a look at what we've got inside this behemoth watch. Doesn't that look ridiculous? That is crazy. Look at that. The case has absolutely nothing in it except for this tiny movement. As you can see, Quartz Movement, I have no idea what it is right now. So let's take a look. We'll get our little spyglass here and we'll see if we can get a close-up look at what's going on. All right, I'm going to do my best to try and figure out what this movement is, and hopefully you'll all be able to see this. We're looking for any kind of stamp. There we go. Now I don't know if you can see that, but that actually does say Swiss parts. That's good news. And just below that there, if I can get my spyglass focused in, it actually says Ronda and 1 joule. So this is a Swiss Ronda movement. I believe it's a Swiss Ronda 519 movement. And the battery on this is an LR920 cell battery. You know, actually now come to think of it, I should have realized that this was a Swiss Ronda 519 because the Swiss Ronda 519 does have the big date complication. So that was kind of a giveaway there. Claimed battery life on this is 45 months, so about 3.5 years. And also this does have a power saving mechanism because if the stem is pulled all the way out so the second hand's not ticking, there's a reduction of approximately 70% consumption on the battery. It is shock resistant and it has an accuracy of -10 to +20 seconds a month. So there it is, all screwed up, watertight and ready to go on its big underwater adventure. Let me know what you guys think of this watch in the comments below. Well, there you have it, my friends, the full review of the Tauchmeister 1937 T0149. Do I like it? Well, I'm not sure. I guess I'll wear it a little bit and see how I feel. To be honest, I think it looks kind of ridiculous. I would love to know what you think. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know if you think this watch is just a little bit too big. If you want to pick up other Tauchmeister watches, you can do that anywhere. You can get them on Amazon. I'll put links in the description below this video where you can just click on those and get a whole plethora of Tauchmeister watches. Great news is they're not all this big. There might just be something that you find really cool. Thanks so much for dropping by, and again, if you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Please do hit the bell button so you don't miss a single video. Give me a like and leave a comment in the comments section below. Remember, if you have any questions or suggestions, I'm only a comment away. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you again on Friday for another episode of Beer and Watches. Bye for now.